You know, the core challenge for any modern defense posture really comes down to this single question. How do you secure what you can't see? How can you possibly defend against threats that use darkness, distance, and the sheer vastness of the environment as their greatest allies? This is the problem we are here to solve.
Today's security landscape, whether we're talking about national borders or critical infrastructure, is just defined by its complexity. We're up against immense, unforgiving terrains and totally unpredictable threats. And this kind of environment, well, it pushes traditional methods, and especially human operators, to their absolute limits. And right here, the gaps in those traditional methods become painfully clear. I mean, human patrols, no matter how brave or well-trained they are constrained by simple physics and biology. They're facing vast areas that are just impossible to cover completely, and they're up against asymmetric threats specifically designed to exploit those blind spots. And their primary sensor, the human eye, is severely limited by darkness, by weather, and of course by simple fatigue. Relying on eyesight alone just isn't a viable strategy anymore.
The solution, then, has to lie in a new science of perception. We have to move beyond simple observation and into what we call a multi-spectral sensory network. This is a system that sees in wavelengths far, far beyond human capability, creating a persistent, all-weather, unblinking watch over everything.
So the foundational technology here is called multi-spectral sensor fusion. Now, this isn't just about having a bunch of different sensors. It's about the software-driven integration of different data streams. Think of it like this. We're combining electromagnetic data from radar with optical and thermal data from advanced cameras, and the system fuses it all together to create one single unified intelligence picture that is just so much greater than the sum of its parts.
And when you do that, the strategic advantage becomes incredibly stark. Where human eyesight is limited by night or fog, the system's sensors totally unimpeded. Where a person might detect a threat hundreds of meters away, the system sees for multiple kilometers. And while a human operator absolutely needs rest, the system provides constant, unwavering operational endurance. Every single hour of every single day, 365 days a year.
So let's break down exactly how this works. You've got two core layers. The first layer is detection, and this is powered by ground surveillance radar. It sends out electromagnetic waves, and then, using the Doppler effect, it analyzes tiny frequency shifts in the signals that bounce back. This lets it detect motion with just incredible precision, easily telling the difference between a moving person and, say, a swaying tree. Now, once something is detected, the second layer, identification, immediately kicks in. Electro-optical and infrared cameras detect thermal energy, heat signatures, to create a crystal-clear image, confirming if that motion is a threat, even in pitch-black darkness.
But you see, just collecting all that sensory data is only the first step. Making sense of it all is what really matters. And that brings us from the sensory network to the smart processing core.
The true power of this architecture is its ability to analyze, to filter, and to contextualize all that noise, and turn it into clear, unambiguous intelligence that an operator can act on instantly.
And this is all accomplished through advanced AI and computer vision. The system's algorithms are trained to filter out all that environmental clutter, the wind, vegetation, which drastically reduces the false alarm rate that plagues so many older systems. It then performs automatic target classification. It knows the difference between a person, a vehicle, and an animal based on their speed and thermal profile. And finally, it can autonomously track that target, analyzing its vector to predict exactly where it's going.
All of this intelligence then converges into what we call the unified command picture. You should think of this as the central nervous system of the entire defense operation. It's where perception meets decision-making.
What the system does is seamlessly fuse the feeds from every single asset, your stationary towers, your mobile units, even aerial platforms, and it puts them all onto a single 3D digital map. This is the common operational picture, and for the first time, commanders can have a complete, unified view of their entire area of responsibility, all in real time.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, when a threat is detected, the protocol is immediate and incredibly efficient. First, an automated alarm is triggered. The system then instantly slews the nearest camera for visual verification. The operator can then engage AI-assisted tracking to lock right onto the target. And finally, with a single click, they dispatch response teams with precise real-time coordinates. The whole process takes just seconds.
So what is the real strategic impact of all this technology? It's huge. It enables a fundamental shift from a reactive defense to a truly proactive defense.
And this is that fundamental shift in posture. We move from a reactive model
basically waiting for a breach to happen, to a proactive one, where we're anticipating threats miles before they ever reach a perimeter. Patrols are no longer sent on blind searches, they're guided to precise locations for a data-driven interdiction. And that, of course, dramatically reduces the risk to personnel.
The strategic outcomes here are crystal clear and incredibly compelling. This architecture acts as a massive force multiplier, allowing a very small team to secure a vast area. It reduces physical risk, it enables that proactive posture we just discussed, and just as importantly, it generates evidence-grade archival data for every single event, ensuring accountability and making analysis and reporting a breeze.
You see, the future of security isn't just about individual pieces of tech. It's about the synthesis of intelligence and integration. Systems have to be intelligent. They have to be capable of learning and adapting. And they must be integrated, fusing all assets into a single cohesive network. That is the only path to achieving true security.